Hey, what's up guys? Script coming at you guys today with another video. So yeah, I got a second video for you guys today. This video is going to be a little different. I got kind of an unboxing for you, but I mainly just want to talk to you guys about a board game I got for Valentine's Day called Mixtape Massacre. So you guys probably saw my unboxing of this, or kind of an unboxing. And this is just a fantastic game. I just want to talk about it with you guys for a few minutes, kind of explain the game to you, and some other things here. So if you guys have never heard of this came out, I want to say, yeah, 2016. This was all crowdfunded, and it's just an awesome game. So essentially you play as a serial killer. All the killers in this game, I'm not too sure how many are included. So you get 10 different killers, and they're all based off of like the big names. But they all have different names. Like the one that's like Leatherface is named Stitches. They have this guy here, it's called the Legend. So there's quite a few different characters. Each character has like a special ability. So I know for Stitches, he's the one I usually play as. Let me see, I might even be able to... I'm going to try to kind of show you guys this without taking everything out, because there are a lot of pieces in here. So let me see what I can do here real quick. Bear with me. So this is Stitches' character card, and each person gets their own character and their character card. This tells you like what their ability does, and essentially his ability is he can resurrect himself if you die, and gain back 3 health, which is pretty cool. So the object of the game is, because there's a few different ways you can play this, is you want to be the first killer to get 10 tokens, which are these guys here. I'm not going to do a great job of explaining this to you guys, because I might do a sit-down video and kind of show you the full game. But there's a bunch of these little tokens that you put on the map, which I'll show you guys the map here in just a second. And you want to be the first killer to receive 10 tokens. So this is what the map looks like. It's going to be kind of big here, but... So this is the map you get, and essentially where all these little knives are, that's the starting point. So however many players you're playing with, your character will start in one of those points, and each of these buildings is where you put a token. So you roll a die, the die will tell you how many spots you can move, and you can see you can only move, you know, each square counts as a space. You can move forward, sideways. There's not really many restrictions on how you can move, but the object is, like I said, you want to get 10 tokens. The way you get tokens is you want to make sure you'll go and enter a building here. Once you enter a building, you draw a card, which I'll show you here. You draw a Killer Scene Dude card, and you read the card. So this is one of the Killer Scene Dude cards, and this says, let's put him in a body bag. This victim is open for an attack. So you see these little symbols up here. It shows 1 knife and 1 skull. So basically you have to roll these other 3 dice that have knives, pentagrams, and fists on them. And you want to at least roll 1 knife. If you roll 1 knife, that means you get 1 kill. So you got the kill. If you get the kill, you get the token. Pretty easy, right? And then if you win and if you win and got, you know, if you get to take the token, you go on what's called a killing spree, which means you get to roll again, and you essentially keep playing until your turn ends. And let me kind of backtrack here. Each character will also get a knife, and this is essentially, you put your character card on here, and these little holes are your lives, which are these little pegs you put inside of here. So you can see you get 6 lives. And you may ask, like, well, how do you lose a life? There's quite a few different ways you can lose lives. You know, on some of these cards, let me see if I can show you one. Yeah, so like there's this one right here. So, you know, you go to draw a Killer Scene Dude card, and you can see this one instead has a -1 heart and 1 fist. Basically, this means you need to roll 1 fist or you lose a health. If you roll 1 fist, you don't gain anything, you just don't end up losing a health. Once you lose all your health, you are out for the game, unless you have like a special card that lets you resurrect, or like an ability kind of like mine. And I'll show you the dice here. I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place with this. I should have thought about this a little bit better. So this is just a regular die that you roll to see how many spots you can move. Also, if you go on a killing spree, if you win, when you roll your next turn, your die is worth double. So if you roll a 4, you would actually be able to move 8 spaces. These are the black die that you roll to try to get either the knives, the pentagram, or the fists. So you can see there's a pentagram, a fist, and a knife. Now there are other conditions, like if you roll 3 knives, 3 fists, 3 pentagrams. I'm not going to go all into that, but there are different outcomes for that, as well as like sometimes the Killer Scene Dude cards, you might get a card that will let you take 2 tokens that's worth double or whatever. Also on the board here though, you can see there's some other spots that you can land on, such as these little green VHS tapes. When you land on those, you get to draw a card called the bonus tracks. Which look like these here. It's like a little cassette tape. And it'll give you, now these green cards, they could either be really good, they could be really bad. There's all kinds of things that they could be. So this one says, now that's a knife. Keep this card and add an extra knife to an attack roll or brawl when needed. So that would be a good card, because then if you're trying to fight and it says you need to get this many knives, that can count as an extra knife. Or a brawl, which I haven't talked about yet. So a brawl can occur in a couple different ways. Basically, if a character lands on the same space or tries to enter a building when there is another character, those 2 characters have to brawl, which means you roll the die, and I think it's the person that gets the most knives wins. The loser loses like a health and has to go back to the starting point. So your goal is you want to take out the other players because you want to win by getting the most tokens or being the last person standing. And like I said, there's like 3 other modes in here that it comes with that you can play, which are pretty cool as well. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the main object of the game. I guess there's a few other little things I can show you on the board. So like this little blue one here is a sewer. If you land on that, then you can move to any other sewer on the map. So let me see if I can show you one. So let's say you land on this one, you could then basically teleport yourself over to this one here. Same thing with the orange ones. There's an orange sewer, and that just lets you take to another orange sewer. That's the main object of the game though. Hopefully I kind of explained that okay to you guys. There's a lot more that goes into it, a lot more rules and outcomes and different ways to play, but I'm not going to go super into that or show off each piece. I just kind of wanted to explain the essential main point of the game. But me and my family have been playing this game like crazy since I got it. It's an absolute blast. I highly recommend it. If anyone who hasn't played it, pick it up. It's like 40-50 bucks. It's not too expensive. But the unboxing part I got here for you guys is something I ordered. So I actually ordered this directly from the company. Excuse me. And I did open this a little bit. Unfortunately I got these when I was really sick and I just didn't quite have the energy to make a video. But we'll go ahead and show you what I got in here. So these are kind of like little character expansions. They do have a major expansion for the game, but it's sold out and it's back ordered until a couple months from now. But I was able to buy these extra characters that you can add into the game, which is just super cool. So inside the package here you get a little sticker, and then it just talks about the new game coming out, which I'm going to talk to you guys about in a second here, called Mixtape Massacre Escape from Tall Oaks. And then you get like a little bookmark, and these are the actual characters here. So the first booster pack I got is called Bad Dad, and in this booster pack you get a new character card. So there's Bad Dad character card. You get a few new Killer Scene Dude cards to add to your game, so you get a little bit more there. And then you get your character piece with their token, so their special like ability. There's a character there, very cool. And then you get this just tells you what the character is and what his special ability does as well. So very cool. So that's Bad Dad. The other one that they are offering is Scarlet. Kind of looks like trash from Return of the Living Dead. And so here's her character card here. She's a vampire. And it comes with as well some extra killer scene dude cards. You get her little character piece that tells you what her ability is. And then her actual character here with her special ability token. Really cool. So kind of just show those to you guys really quick. I know I didn't really describe or read off each thing and what they do. But I just want you guys to know that those are out there. I do plan to pick up the black, I think it's called the Black Mask expansion eventually once it's in stock again. But let me talk to you guys about the new game coming out from them. So they are crowdfunding this again on Kickstarter, and it's called Escape from Tall Oaks. And it's a very similar game, except this time you're actually playing as the survivors. You're not playing as the killers. So Escape from Tall Oaks is a meta-cooperative game where 2 to 6 players make their way through the maddening streets of Tall Oaks, rescuing residents, fighting off slashers, and completing tasks, all in an attempt to get the hell out of town or die trying. So they just started the Kickstarter on March 6th, and it's going to be ending on April 5th. So you guys can go and participate. They did reach their goal day one, which is phenomenal. I did crowdfund it day one as well. And I think it's like $50, $50 to $60, and that gets you the board game as well as any stretch goals that are going to come out. So they actually already hit their second stretch goal. The first one was to get like red spotting or some kind of special paint on the box just to look nicer. The second stretch goal was to get a new character, so they did announce a new character, show him off. He is now going to be in there, and I think there's like 3 or 4 more stretch goals that they might hit if they hit it within the next, you know, I think there's like a little over 2 weeks left. So make sure you guys go and crowdfund it. I highly recommend it. This is a super fun game. I'm looking forward to the sequel. I think it's going to be coming out, I think around November, December is when it's supposed to ship. So not too terribly long away. Yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys want me to do a playthrough of this, I definitely can. It does take some time, especially if you have a lot of players. That definitely expands the time. If you're just playing with like 2 to 3 people, probably lasts anywhere from like 30 minutes to an hour. But it's a ton of fun, and I've kind of been into board games lately, and I've just been having a blast with this. So I highly recommend you guys check it out. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys want me, like I said, if you want to see me do a playthrough, or if you guys want to see more unboxings about board games. I have quite a few of them now. I know you guys probably saw I got the Thing board game, which I played that, and that's just awesome as well. Yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you later.